What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is gonna be a little bit different. We're out here in the bait laboratory and we're gonna be making some tackle with our dual molds, but we're also gonna be talking about why I think it's very important for you guys to be going to different lakes, fishing different fisheries, different types of systems, whether it's a reservoir, a river system, or something like that. Going out and fishing in these different conditions, these different lakes, different depth ranges are gonna make you a much more versatile fisherman, and I think overall, it's just gonna make you a better fisherman. So in today's video, while I'm talking about this specific topic, we're gonna be making some Ned rigs using our dual molds. If you guys wanna get into tackle making, I'm gonna put a product list down in the description of today's video along with my dual molds affiliate link. If you guys do go to the website, please use that affiliate link so that way they know that I sent you. Any purchasers or anything like that, going through that link that's in the description of today's video really helps me out and lets me know that my content's getting out there to you guys. The reason I say this is because I know over time I've fished a lot of different lakes. I went to Sam Rayburn, I went to Texoma, I've been to Havasu, I've been to the Delta. I've been to a lot of different fisheries that offer a lot of different structure. Texoma had a lot of rock, had a lot of docks. Rayburn had a lot of grass. The desert fisheries at Lake Mead and Lake Havasu are their own animal as well. And then you have a tidal system like the Delta. All of those lakes have had different things and different nuances that have made me a better fisherman. For example, out of the Delta, the tides are a huge factor. Everything looks good at the Delta as well, so you have to start finding the little minor things that change one area from the next, because everything on the Delta looks good. You have riprap everywhere. You have really good grass in a lot of places. You have awesome looking tulies. You have grass mats. You have different types of grass. You have all kinds of different things that you can fish, and you have to start figuring out what those fish are holding to, and you have to figure out different bite windows because the tides are such a major factor that those are basically like the dinner bell ringing. Fishing a place like Lake Havasu or Lake Mead with really clear water are also things that are gonna make you a much better fisherman. It's helped me fish in the wind a heck of a lot more because when you have wind at those really clear water fisheries, it's really gonna help you to catch more fish. You learn to use the wind to your advantage, which can really make a difference. So this video really comes as a result of my recent trip out to the lower Colorado River, Lake Martinez. And the reason I thought of this video is because I was out there fishing and I'm fishing completely different for this time of year than I would be here at home. Right now at home, I'd be fishing deep water, clear water, rock piles, very typical things that I've been fishing for years. But going out there, I'm fishing shallow grass, I'm fishing different baits, I'm fishing different colors. I'm having to figure out if they're in the current, if they're in backwaters, where in the backwaters they might be. So all those little different things are really opening up my mind to the possibilities of what fish might do, even in the cold water, even in January when I'm so used to fishing out deep. I think a lot of times when we're fishing at home, we're fishing the same lakes over and over and over again, we get caught up in our habits and we're not really going out and finding fish on a regular basis. We're going out and we're finding the regular spots where those fish typically hold. We're not going out to a new lake or a lake that we don't have a lot of experience at and finding fish and trying to pattern them and really putting our skills to the test. Because I feel like when you're going out and you're going to places that you're not familiar with, that's when you're putting your skills to the test, and that's when you're really becoming better and you're really learning how to find fish no matter what the conditions are. So guys, as you can see in this video, making these Ned rigs and making your own tackle in general really isn't too difficult. It's something you can totally do on your own, in your garage, at your house, wherever. It's something that I've been doing for a long time now. If you guys want to get into tackle making, check out a bunch of my other tackle making videos on the channel. But you can also go to Dual Molds and check out all the different products that they make. They have everything you need to get started in your own tackle making. Head down into the description of today's video and you'll see an affiliate link to their website. Please use that affiliate link so that way they know that I sent you. It's the only way that they track my content, making sure it gets out to you guys. So I'd really appreciate it if you guys use that link. So another thing that I've really learned over time by going to a lot of different fisheries is that all of these different baits that are out on the market really do have their place. Pretty much everything that's made for bass fishing will catch a bass. Now there's different times where different baits are gonna really work better. For example, red seems to be a hot color, but guys have been throwing red forever. It's not something that I've been throwing very much in the past, but it's something that I'm trying to put out there more and trying to get used to throwing because I think red is an effective color. I've known for a while that red's an effective color at the Delta, but that doesn't mean that they won't eat red down here in San Diego either. It's just something that we need to incorporate into our arsenal a little bit more instead of, like I said, fishing the same structure, the same baits, time after time, trip after trip. We need to get out there, try some different stuff, and you never know, you might find the new hot bait for your lake by going somewhere else, learning a new technique, learning a new bait, or using something in a different situation than you would typically at home, applying that here at your local fishery, and just figuring out that, man, these fish really like it, and the next thing you know, you're just catching giants when everybody else is struggling. Now, obviously, certain lakes are more diverse than other lakes. I fish deep water a lot. There's a time and place for shallow fishing here at home as well. But going to a place like the Lower Colorado River, it's a river system with backwaters and stuff like that. Everything is pretty much shallow. There's a few areas in the actual river itself that has some deep water, but primarily you're fishing shallow grass, you're flipping, you're pitching, you're fishing some docks, and it's just a completely different type of fishing. But it's something that I need to learn to incorporate more into my abilities so that way I'm more versatile. And when I go to another lake, maybe there's a bite that I end up finding because I've adapted my fishing abilities to these other techniques at places that are somewhat close to home that are much different than what I'm used to fishing. Now, I really think that this depends a little bit upon what your ultimate goals are with your fishing. If you're somebody that just wants to go out there and catch fish on your home pond, then go there, learn it inside and out, and find out all the best spots. If you're a guy that's a diehard Sam Rayburn guy and you want to win every tournament on Sam Rayburn, then obviously you're going to need to put in your time on Sam Rayburn to learn that lake, learn those spots, find those big giant Sam Rayburn fish. But if you want to get better in the big picture, learn how to catch fish all over the place, be able to go to different lakes at different times and figure out how to find fish, then I think doing that in your fun fishing is definitely a key as well, because the more you go out there and the more you've tested your skills and the more skills that you learn, more techniques you learn, more ways to fish you learn, the more apt you are to be able to catch fish in various situations, various lakes, various types of cover. So going out there and putting yourself in uncomfortable positions, going out there, finding days where you don't get bit because you haven't fished this lake before, you haven't fished this technique before, are key in the big picture of getting better and becoming a better fisherman. Guys, I really want to hear your feedback on today's video. I think that this is important information because I think we get caught in those ruts sometimes and we end up just going to the same lakes, doing similar things trip after trip. And it's something that I want to try to get away from. But when the bite is the same or similar time after time, you do end up fishing some of the same techniques. Some of that's seasonal, but I know that pushing myself and going to different lakes is something that I might try to do more of here in 2022, because I think overall it's going to be making me a better fisherman. And that's one of my goals, is to do this for a living, to do this full time. And I need to become a much better fisherman in order to really achieve that goal. So guys, I hope you enjoyed watching today's video. I hope this information was valuable. I hope it opened up your mind to some different possibilities, maybe some different lakes that are near you. If you don't know of any, just hop on Google, go to Google Earth, start looking in your area and finding some of those lakes that you just aren't familiar with. Go out there and try to learn how to catch fish out of those lakes. And again, guys, thank you for watching today's video, and I will see you in the next one. See ya.